My name is David. I'm with Nicole
Hi.
and Evie.
Hello.
This is Full Circle, Stargate SG1 622, and we are the Wormhole Extremists. Did you see the trees in the background there?
Yeah.
Yeah, bit of
Yeah.
Canada
People are
peeking
like, it's an
out.
oasis on Abydos. I'm like,
Canada.
no, it's British Columbia. That was not meant to be shot. Get over it.
Oh, I actually love the really playful music at the start of this episode.
In the wider shot of this group, Thomasina Gibson, big writer for Stargate SG1's tie-in media, was,
Mm-hmm.
and I think her two kids were in this shot. Did you have that detail,
Oh,
Evie?
I didn't. I couldn't find anything about her related to this episode except that she would occasionally come on
Yep.
set. But I did hear you mention her name in one of your commentaries, and I couldn't find much about her. So
Yeah, there was a
my
photograph
bad.
floating around somewhere of her and her family with
Oh, I
Michael in this
love
scene.
that. Joe Malozzi revealed that Full Circle was written to potentially serve as a series finale, though they kept the door open for both the potential movie and what would become the season 7 opening two-parter. And this episode, I believe, earned a Leo Award for Christina McQuarrie's um, costume design
Yep.
and landed at number 9 in Sky TV's top 10 Stargate episodes poll, ranking just slightly above Prophecy with the US audiences. It was like
Okay.
zero point 0.5 or something. It was really minor. And this episode obviously marks the final appearances of both Corin Nemec as a main cast member and Alexis Cruz as Skara.
Yeah.
Boo. It's so sad. I love him so
I
much.
Yeah.
Both of
know.
them. This is a sad time.
It is. It's a good send off though. And the director of photography, Jim Menard, considered this one of his favorite episodes. He said that they pulled out all the stops,
Yeah.
thinking it might be the series finale.
This
I
is
can't believe
true.
they went on for another 11 seasons after this. They were like, yeah, we're going to wrap us up with the movie. And it's like 11 more seasons and 2 films. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
I actually love this playful scene. Like,
The scraping there as well. Brilliant. Like
yes,
unnecessary funny. I love
exactly.
him.
It's just Jack fiddling.
Yeah. I
uh,
feel like he'd be great with like a fidget toy of some kind. Like he needs that.
Absolutely like a yo-yo.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
episode
exactly.
moves so quickly.
Oh, it's great.
It's
I was gonna
great.
say,
Yeah,
And this is
there's
one
a
of my
lot
favorite
happening.
scenes from the whole show right here.
I agree. Right. Yes, exactly. DJ Knight said, Nicole, I love your humor. It's like channeling your inner Vala. Who do you think I got it from? I was inspired growing up.
He's still looking in the phone.
Yeah.
Let me just get you through all the expository information right now. They're moving so fast.
Yeah. They could have built
Look
this
at
up a
that
little
face.
sooner.
That's not a replica. That is so inaccurate in terms of size, but it is the same
Yeah.
one that Elizabeth Hoffman had in Torment of Tantalus. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's internally
right.
consistent, and then they'll break that internal consistency in Mobius. So
Yeah.
match it to the one from the film.
Oh,
The way he
Jack.
hasn't spoken
Just
this whole
information
time.
overload, like
Yeah.
overload.
Yeah,
Well, I
Daniel's
love how.
exposition for the first time ever, I think,
Yeah.
or since
Well,
the
I love
movie.
how I love how Daniel, like, literally and figuratively, he literally pivots here in a second. Like, he goes
Yeah,
from like cosmic crisis mode to reluctantly playing along with Jack's small
yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Even when
Their
you've got
chemistry
Abydos hanging
is
in the balance.
their chemistry is top tier here. Like, look at this. This
It
is
really is.
they know their characters so well. The way they just fall straight back into this. Honestly, these
Hmm.
two, I wish they'd gone like to work on other stuff together because look what they can do together.
Yeah.
It's just what happens when you've been working so closely with someone for so many years.
And they're
It's
just
beautiful.
snarky.
You just read off each other. Yeah. So Daniel's motivations in this episode sparked significant debate among fans online, with many finding his choices complex and sometimes confusing.
Mm.
And this episode sort of powerfully demonstrates Daniel's new limitations as an ascended being.
Yeah.
While it can offer guidance, his ability to directly intervene creates much of the episode's dramatic tension.
There is an internal internal inconsistency that's going to be introduced here, where he says, "Have you met any of these others?" And it's like, "No, I haven't." And later on, it's like, "No, he has." And then the other thing is, Ascension doesn't make you all knowing. I really don't know. And it's like,
yes,
actually later on, yes, you do, because Replicator tries to pull it from your mind. And I use this often as an example where if the story requires it, the story can change. You know, a lot of people are like, Catherine never went through the wormhole in Stargate Origins. And it's like, until a story was created where it needed her to, and it was internally consistent by the end, then there you go.
I mean, the thing is, being ancient and ascended being doesn't make you all knowing, because I mean, like the Ori don't really know what's going on in the other galaxies until later, and Oma doesn't realize Anubis is Anubis when she helped him ascend.
But he knows everything from the group of ancients from this galaxy.
Yeah,
which is what she's pulling. Doesn't make you absolutely all knowing. So I suppose if you want to call it that, then sure.
If I want to get really technical with it, but yeah, okay,
some information as opposed to none.
Yeah,
I'll concede that. So, but the other part of it obviously was changed because he hasn't met the others. He has.
Yeah, that was
he's
very
lying
silly.
to Jack, which he wouldn't do. He would tell him, "Yeah, I've met these others, and they're going to kick my ass."
Maybe he only met them the moment that they ripped him away from Anubis.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just Oma. Maybe they all did it,
maybe.
and that's my excuse. So many excuses, Stargate. I hate having to make them for you.
Well, he is somewhere for 3 months. They could have put him on trial and then he met them all. But I don't know. I got the assumption
like some sort of judgment.
There were things that happened to him where he said, you let him wreak havoc, and almost had told him at some point, this is so small and insignificant compared to the rest of the universe.
Yeah.
And Daniel said, "It's wrong. I don't care." And she says, "Well, that's She'll later tell him, "That's what you said last time."
Yeah.
Poor Sam didn't get a visit from,
I know.
Kris Kringle.
I still feel bad for her. Kris Kringle. She got a lump of
It's
coal.
better than death.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Wait, so
we're back to the
crazy.
Back to the Richmond
Back
Sand
to the beginning.
Dunes.
Yeah.
Once again.
Oh, Scara, I'm so happy to see him.
I know. His wig looks so heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hair.
I'm just thinking back to like when we were living with him for a week, Evie, and how nice that was.
This is Tobe
Yes.
Alongside Scara. Tobe was in Children of the Gods. He was the one who told Daniel, "You came through it, Daniel."
Yes, that is him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's back, and
that's
he'll have
good that he's returned.
Yeah, he'll have a great scene with Teal'c in a little bit here.
The set design in this episode was very good.
Yeah. So this is actually an episode in terms of the order that I watched Stargate in. It was one of the ones I missed, obviously, in the order that I went through. And I don't think I ever watched an episode where they referenced the destruction of Arbidos or the Ascension or Scar or anything. So when I first watched this out of order after already finishing most of the rest of the show, this was such a shock.
Wow.
That still came as a
idea.
surprise, yeah.
Uh-huh.
The Abidonian information is relatively internalized, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't think that they even mention it again. I don't think they
I think in the
No,
recap
that
for season
makes
7 that I saw where they recapped this
Yeah.
episode, I didn't even realize it fully that it was Abydos that blew. I was like, it could have been any pyramid really, or they just copied it, took that image and just did that because they had the image already, is what I thought. So
Evie,
to see it actually go was bad.
Do you have information later on coming up about what Rob thought about, in hindsight, about ascending everybody? Do you have anything on that you're gonna touch on?
I have some notes about
Okay.
Ascension. I don't think there was anything specific from Rob though.
Okay. He later, I think it was him. He later regretted, "You get an ascension and you get an ascension and everybody gets an ascension."
I've seen that.
Yeah, it was a bit silly.
He
I've
felt
seen
that
that
it
meme.
weakened the character deaths of other it's like
Yeah,
you can't just
no, it
ascend
does.
everybody just so that you
No.
can feel
Yeah.
warm and good inside, knowing that their souls continue to persist in the universe.
Yeah, no,
So.
I was going to bring up something similar.
The set design is amazing.
Like that. Yeah, it is really good.
This is where the budget for the season went and the really
It's
good
very
writing.
immersive. Yeah, like I don't look at this and think studio set.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love
Yeah, I was about to say
this scene.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect storm of awkwardness.
Just
Like
just for the
Scar
ceremony, right?
Innocently playing matchmaker, and then Sam waiting for Jack to fumble his way through like the social minefield.
Yes.
And then Jack's like great, like graceful exit strategy
Like,
of
I don't
like,
have to
suddenly
watch certain
remember he
things,
needs
do
to
I?
find Jonas.
And will you be coming together?
Oh, this is great. This is a great beat.
As in friends. Oh, Jack.
Oh man.
The way that
Jonas.
Scar can smell it. Look at his face.
I'm
Look
gonna
at
go
his
help
nose.
Teal'c
They
wait
just-
for Daniel.
Both enjoying themselves. Here's your scene that you were talking about before.
Yeah.
Yes. Daniel's been around, popping in and out.
He's not a god. Yeah.
But like I'm assuming he like
This is a great
he
scene.
wasn't just
Yeah.
at the start of the episode, he wasn't just appearing to Scar, was
No.
he?
No,
It
I'm
was
sure it's apparent to
that
everyone.
whole room. So
Yeah.
yeah.
They all saw him. He needed to mobilize them. He didn't want Scar to look like, a crazy person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
So
Because I mean, he hasn't even appeared to his friends en masse.
That's right.
It's just
this is a
Yeah.
great sequence. I love this.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And that's a great. If you're not prepared to die, you should not be here.
Yep.
Because everyone's
So-
wow. That's
I
so
appreciate
cool.
the passing shadows. I think they did a
Yeah.
good job with the graphics.
Urias Tosh said Skara is vintage Stargate. Exactly.
Yeah.
He is. Big domain.
DJ Knight,
Which
Janet
domain?
needs to be revived. I mean, she kind of was. She exists in alternate realities, but it kind of weakens her
She
sacrifice.
does. Yeah,
This
it
is so
does.
cool.
It really does. That's my issue with Beckett.
Yeah. Mine too.
Um,
I've told this to Paul McGillion personally.
Yeah.
I don't think
So
he
I
appreciated it.
Probably not. I'm pretty sure that those were modern vehicle track marks in the sand there, and you see them again later in the episode.
Troop transport, up close and personal. Finally.
No, dodge
That's
that one.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was cool. Dear oh dear.
Yeah, we're getting the dust from above. Can you hold off for a little while, please?
Chippy Me said the fact that they don't have a sarcophagus on hand is ridiculous. Well, didn't he just keep it on a ship though? Ra had it on a ship, and that's why there's not one hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Feel-
I don't imagine they would have kept them lying around. They would have taken them if they could.
I mean, this is like a hidden tomb back here, right? So, like, I
Mhm.
guess why didn't he have a spare sitting around? Because you never know when you need a spare, you know?
a spare, like an
Yeah.
IKEA kind of like vacuum packed, like a smaller version, and you could just sort
Yeah.
of like unpack it to your will and just use it
Yeah.
when necessary. You just assemble it on the
Exactly.
spot.
Like carry it around like in this little suitcase
I
Yeah.
love
with wheels on it.
that Jack had
But
to.
you could only use it once.
Yeah.
I love that Jack had to basically summon him because he's watching,
Yeah.
but he's
Yeah,
like,
he did.
"This is a big deal right here." He's like, "Okay, here we go."
What's mad is Sam hasn't seen him this whole time, so she's so shocked and in
Yeah.
awe that
And
he's
he
here.
literally just turns to her and just says, "Sam."
Yeah.
Like,
Kind of annoying.
yeah, it is a little bit.
You turd, Daniel.
Well, especially seeing as they were so tired.
I know. These
They
two are the
should've-
ones that had the most in common.
She should have. She
Yeah.
should have ran to him and hugged him. They
Yeah.
should have allowed
I mean,
that
you
beat in the
can't-
story. 3 precious
I mean,
seconds
you can't
of
really.
screen time.
You can't hug him. He's
Are you
like,
sure?
yeah, because later in the episode, when he's on Anubis's ship, Anubis's first prime shoots him and it goes right through him. So like he's not there. If you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean, like he's
guess.
translucent.
He doesn't pick up anything at any point.
I assume
Don't
He
think
can't
not.
so,
make
no.
himself solid. Okay.
I don't
I
think
think
so. No.
I think you might have the same thing Orlan had with the like, got to make self actual, living
Yeah.
flesh, and it's a bit more complicated. I don't know.
This is so
That's
cool.
the excuse I'm going for.
It is
I really
really
love this
cool.
shot. This is a great moment.
Great Teal'c
And-
moment. And they're down.
What I find, what I
he
don't
only
like about
just
them
made it
going
out of there.
down is that the explosion was a bit far away from them. So it looks a
Have
bit
you
like
ever
they're
had
being
a
dramatic.
flaming fireball hit you
You know what, David? No, I should shut up.
So
Just really
I
quickly,
have,
guys.
yeah.
Watch Daniel. He adjusts his glasses, but they're not there.
Oh, that's so cute. It's still like
Sorry,
there.
I had to bring it up because it was adorable.
I've driven by a 3-story tall flaming fireball on the side of the road 50 feet away, and it is no picnic. Let me tell you.
Okay,
it
you know what,
burns.
David?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my comment and shove it.
Right where the sun don't shine, Nicole.
Exactly, I will. I will.
That's right.
You bury it like the Eye of Ra.
Now, will they not get up? No, I suspect they might get up, but they would definitely be stunned.
Yeah.
This is
I'm sure Tilk might run back to try and help them.
Yeah.
But...
So I think there's something really bittersweet about watching Daniel and Jonas work together.
Yep.
Oh,
Because
they're
they
so
have
cute.
like natural chemistry, and I think it's sort of a perfect handoff that also makes you wish it wasn't a goodbye.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Their bromance at the beginning of season 7, I was like, oh, this is the on-screen chemistry I'm dying for.
Yeah, they can work together. How many? Many.
Many, yeah. Enough said.
I'm not gonna lie, just seeing Michael Shanks again just makes me not realize, but just constantly remind myself how much of an amazing actor he is. Like, he is tremendous. I've missed him so much that seeing him again after so long, because I've never watched Stargate in order like this. So seeing him again is making me go, wow. Like, I forget how well he knows this character, how fantastic he is in this role.
So
I
this
guess this
clever
is designed
mechanism
to be opened with a hand device.
Yeah.
Well,
with the glue.
I was gonna say, because my question was like, how would Ra or his followers open it without any light sources? Like,
Ra would
if
have
we're
to open it
talking
himself.
ancient times, but
Yeah.
the device makes sense.
A device of the hand.
A device of the hand, indeed.
This is a cool shot. I like this shot.
I wish there was more in here that we could have come that would have suggested more stories, not just regular bits of parchment and everything else.
I don't know. The tablet's pretty huge.
It is.
Wouldn't it be great if there was like a quantum mirror in there, and then it was like, whoa,
yeah,
and then, new funsies begin.
Exactly.
New
Ra was aware
funsies.
of multiple realities.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
This is kind of like Anubis's junk room.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of recognizable props in here if you look back.
Yeah.
So a lot of jewels. That row that
I said Anubis,
grid
but I
of
meant
jewels.
Ra.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right. Right. Absolutely.
Giangiata said, I did ask Shanks how long it took him to stop adjusting his non-existent glasses, and he said it didn't take too long.
Oh, really?
The way he was able, though, the way he did that natural push the glasses up.
Yes, I thought it was cute.
It's just the little subtleties in his acting that make him so phenomenal.
Skara.
Yeah, Skara's down.
Goodbye. In a minute, Alexis.
You know, Bill Lee needs to get started on those ceramic polymers.
Yes. Yeah, I forgot about those.
Great shot. Great run and gun. So cool. Yeah, they're not just coming in from the landing outside. They're coming through the rings.
Yeah, they
I don't know
are.
why Anubis isn't just punching them at one after the other like in Continuum.
I think he's just having fun.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
But,
Yeah, this is cool.
Okay, so
I'm an ancient.
It's
Sort
cool,
of.
but like Daniel's seemingly casual "oh, the others are ancients" moment, like as Joe Malozzi sort of said, all the pieces have been quietly sort of falling into place throughout season 6.
Yeah.
And the writers have been like laying the groundwork right under our noses ahead of this reveal.
And season 5, Ascension.
Yeah.
Yes. And sort of while Ra is like, not Ra, while Anubis is dropping actual bombs, like Daniel's over here dropping knowledge bombs.
Yeah.
Like the mention of the Lost City is like our first
Yep.
hint at Atlantis, though we don't actually know it yet.
Yeah.
So I can kind of understand
This is-
why there
yeah.
was some
Oh my God, yeah.
reviewers who felt that this story was too condensed for a season finale.
Oh,
Because there is
okay.
a
There's
lot
a
That's
lot
fair.
happening here.
I get that. It is very fair. What I love about this episode, and I've actually heard this criticism from friends who've watched this, who've said the same complaint they always make when I love an episode like this is that I love the episode because of the future it holds, and I know the outcome that it's going to be. So the episode is good, but it's not as amazing as
like
I
where
was.
it leads.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great trick. What he's doing, you can actually do. And
Yeah,
that's,
this is
Yes.
very cool.
That's totally.
That's how you can
smart.
find studs in the wall and
Yep,
stuff.
that's exactly right. You don't need a
Um,
sensor.
we kind of missed I don't know if it was a goof or not, but beforehand, Tilk's gun like magically changed between scenes.
Oh
But I
dear.
don't know whether he just had more weapons stashed somewhere off to the side. But he was carrying like an M46 light machine gun, and then it changed to something else.
I like that he's looking for a button and Sam's like,
It
let me get
says,
my gun.
yeah, let me go for this. There we go.
How she doesn't just destroy the eye, I'm not quite sure, because
Yeah.
She could have.
well, she
Yeah.
puts a bullet right where it is, because
Oh, you see
Jonas puts his hand straight through the hole
Yeah.
and grabs it.
Maybe
It's
it's
like
really
right there.
bulletproof.
I
That's
don't know.
true.
I guess
Yeah.
it's kind of set further back, but yeah,
It's at an angle. We're seeing it at an angle, the same opposite angle that Jonas is approaching it with the light. So I don't think she hit it directly on. So
Chibi Me said everyone puts all the burden on Bill Lee, but never say thank you to Bill Lee.
that's true.
Oh, I love
that.
Bill.
Me too.
Oh, here we go. Got Jaffa on our ass. We're stuck.
Yeah.
There's no reason that Anubis would allow their escape, which I guess he doesn't really, because he's planning on destroying the whole facility anyway. So there's that.
Yeah.
But he doesn't keep the Stargate active until the last moment, probably to keep the explosion from going. Well, it would be an outgoing wormhole. So I don't know.
Yeah, excuses. We're trying to fill these plots.
Right, exactly. In real time.
I think he kind of lets them escape.
Which doesn't make sense to me.
I feel like maybe.
I think he just
maybe.
he almost likes teasing them, like he's playing.
Well, Daniel
the long
kind of
game.
distracted him for a minute and tried to stop him.
So real
maybe
quick
he
here.
wasn't long enough.
Vaguely.
So he says surrender or die, and then Jack shouts, "What?" And Harak is caught off guard. And,
Yeah.
and that's
He is.
exactly how
I love
Michael
Harak.
Adamthwaite played that. He's like, what do you mean, what?
Yes.
Surrender or die?
Yes. So apparently RDA did like some improvising, sort of different ways to needle an increasingly serious Jafar. And I
almost feel
think,
bad for Harak because of this.
So Michael Adamthwaite, he's returning obviously to the same role from the other guys.
Yep.
And he's been promoted to first prime of Anubis.
Yep, his tattoo has changed.
Yeah, and in his Stargate interview, Michael actually shared how incredible these sets were. So he'd show up early just to take it all in. From the burning pyres that left everyone with like sooty noses to all those like detailed hieroglyphics. So
You know, I actually really like Harak. Like, it's funny.
I
I
like him
think
too.
I think that he got some cool episodes. You know, he came in
Yeah,
the
he
other
did a good job.
guys. He's done this. He's in Lost City. I think he is fantastic at being douche Jafar.
Great,
First prime.
great question here from Jonas.
Yes.
Always. Yes. What I like about that is
At least
Jonas's,
someone asks the question. Why?
Jonas's
Yes.
snark is
Because
very
the audience
comfortable.
was wondering the same thing.
Yeah. We haven't seen Jonas get that comfortable with his snarkiness with Jack yet, because he's always been a bit nervous, being like, oh, I don't know how I should talk to him sometimes. So it was really nice seeing Jonas be a bit sassy, a bit Daniel in the sass. But again, he's about to go, so like I cry inside. So
Well,
So listen to Harak's choice of language here is interesting. So humans from Earth instead of Tari.
interesting.
I thought was kind of interesting. Yeah.
Well, the Tauri from Earth would have been, yeah, I see what you're saying, just not Tauri, yeah. Good point.
I love Anubis. He terrifies me.
Yeah. He's just pure evil, which I like and dislike. There's no depth to him. He's just bad.
I don't know. I think there's a tiny bit of depth.
Oh, yes, that's true.
So Reddit fans have like extensively debated Daniel's motivations in this episode, like particularly his decision to try and negotiate with Anubis. And the big reveal here about Anubis being partially ascended. So Joe Malozzi shared an interesting detail on Gate World. Like, while Anubis operated in the same galaxy as the other system lords, his host body had some unique properties, though Joe was very firm in saying that had nothing to do with the Furlings.
Oh, of course.
That reveal moment there, by the way, with Anubis like being an ascended being, and we don't know that
Yes.
yet, but honestly, it's one of the things that makes it so damn epic. I'm actually so happy. Also, Jacob just said I only realized in this episode that the other guys actually happened, I guess because of Harak, so
Yep.
that's very funny.
Yep, he's
Yes.
a signpost that it really occurred. The whole
Yeah,
thing wasn't a dream.
And Marco Maldini, hello.
Welcome.
Hello. If you haven't been with us before, welcome.
Yeah, Harak is the other guy's is Agent Barrett from Wormhole Extreme. So
Yes, you're
it
totally
did
right.
happen. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah. See, this sucks.
Yeah, it
and I know
does.
Alexis
Does
is
suck.
sad that this happened because it would have been cool to see Skara, but
Yeah.
this is a full
So-
circle moment
Don't
to break
worry,
it.
It's
he
sort of-
persists.
Yeah.
So it kind of marks a pivotal moment in series mythology, sort of revealing that Daniel's ascension wasn't unique, but part of like a larger pattern. And I think, David, you and Alexis discussed the complex implications of forced ascension on Dial the Gate, sort of how a society might handle achieving higher awareness without choosing that journey.
Mhm.
And
They're young.
Alexis sort
They're
of
young
approaches
people.
this.
Yeah.
Alexis approaches this sort of ending quite diplomatically. He basically said that it works both as a satisfying resolution while leaving deeper questions open for interpretation.
Yeah. I'm honestly, I'm
Wow.
so brokenhearted that Abydos is gone, or going to be gone by the end of this episode, but at least we don't lose them. And it is all warm and fuzzies, and it's a bit silly, but I love it. So
For all intents and purposes, we do, because we never see them again. But
Yeah.
we know that,
Yeah.
they persist in the universe, so.
yeah.
Yes, yeah. So
It's a
it's,
big
it's
deal.
sort of softening the blow a little bit.
And it's one
It's
of
kind
my
of like, no, sorry, David, go.
one of my favorite moments later on is when Jack says to Daniel, "Thanks for, Scar. I hope he's okay." And Daniel's like, "What? What happened?"
Yeah, that
He's
wasn't
so
me.
busy right
yeah,
now
that
with
wasn't
this.
me. Yes.
He says it later on in
His
this episode,
day
yeah.
planner is completely full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got no time for anything else.
Did Anubis open up to Daniel? Then we missed that part on screen here. Did Anubis show his true face?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he
Right
did a
there.
minute
he
ago.
did.
I
David
pointed it
Palfrey
out,
like
said-
yeah.
2 scenes ago.
Yeah, David
Yeah.
Palfrey was like, we the only person that Daniel has stared right down the nose, that Anubis has stared right down the nose at, is Daniel, which I
Yeah.
thought
That's
was
a good
interesting.
point. Yeah.
I love their beef. I love how much they're like such enemies. And the season 8 diner episode is such a fantastic way
It's cap
to
off.
conclude their
Yes,
relationship.
Yes.
It's
I
my
loved
favorite.
that twist. I didn't
Yeah.
see that coming.
Neither
at
did I.
all.
Blew me away.
And this is a
Lord, you,
capping
my
off
boo.
of the summit.
Of their hatred. Yes.
Yes.
This is great. This is such a
I love
payoff.
how he's like the oldest and like allegedly the most feeble of all the system lords, but he hangs around there for a long time.
Yep.
Chibi Me said, what was the problem with his face? He revealed to Daniel that he's an ascended being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
That moment.
he took off his mask and revealed his.
It was like
More
a
of his
shield,
true
like
nature.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
weird
holding back
oily
the
shield
energy.
keeping
Yeah.
it in, yeah.
The
Just like an oily shield.
the
looks
mothership,
oily.
Anubis's mothership was actually designed to have those smaller motherships dock all along its outer rim. In the
But we
in
never
the
see it.
concept, in the concept art. Yep.
Yeah.
That is cool.
I'm guessing that for budgetary reasons, that would have been very expensive
Yep.
to show on camera. So
And this model will
I'd
be
say.
seen again in not only through season 7 but also Continuum. Ball will take the design and
Yeah, he
make it
will.
his sovereign mothership.
Well, waste not, want not.
Yeah. Busy.
yeah, we're me.
I love this beat.
Yeah.
Slow things down just a little. Yeah. And he puts up his radar and starts
Yeah.
sensing what's going on. He has to separately do that. It doesn't just all come in.
Chibi Me said that it was about something Jean Diarda said about his face. Apologies.
Yeah, get it right.
Yeah, how dare I? This is so cool.
He's stuck.
Yeah. He's
can I
like
just say-
half downloaded.
Yeah.
Again, for me being me, right? I already knew all this stuff before I saw this episode
Yeah.
because I obviously saw season
Spoilers.
7 and 8. Yeah,
Yeah, you put it together
Yeah.
naturally rather than having Daniel explain it to you.
yeah.
It's one of my least favorite aspects of Battlestar Galactica. There's an episode called Islanded in a Stream of Stars where one of the characters basically tells exactly what happened.
I really like that episode, but okay.
Don't tell.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it would have been expensive.
Yeah, something's
to
kind of
show
lost when it's just all words.
the 13th tribe downfall and exodus from that earth, but still.
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica is a great show if you haven't watched it, if you haven't figured
Amazing
out by now that we like it.
Yeah, we like it a lot.
I love how Jack is finally taking his cues from Daniel.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's right. Daniel went and told you to come to Abydos.
He did.
Yeah. You has really been in our back pocket in a lot of situations.
This is what I'm saying. You is the real MVP.
In many respects, he
sense.
is. Yeah.
He has
You
sense.
go you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go you.
Oh, Jacob said that in the chat. You go you.
Oh, that's
as well.
funny.
That's what Jack says.
Here we go,
He says,
Atlantis.
"You go you."
Atlantis.
Here we go. Didn't tell him about that either, huh?
Guys, I'm losing it. We're finally getting
We're
to
finally
the
getting to the meat
best.
and potatoes, yeah.
Yes.
This episode,
It's a lot of
I'll
meat.
never forget watching this for the first time. I was like, man, this is going so fast. I love every bit of it.
Yeah.
Every scene is
I'd
crucial.
be wanting to rewatch it. Yeah, if it was like on air, I'd be like, oh, I want to get my hands on it so I can rewatch it.
Yeah, they were getting ready to hand off the TV series to another round of characters and go into movies. You're going to kick his ass if I have to. We'll see.
The thing is, like,
Beautiful.
Daniel, like, weren't you ever taught not to make promises you can't keep?
Yeah.
But he
There's a
doesn't
bit of
know
arrogance
he
in
doesn't
him
know
here.
if he can. He's about to find
Yeah.
out because they've let him go this far, but he knows that Oma is literally playing firewall here because she knows that she has to hold him back. Otherwise, the others will absolutely erase him. Put down the staff weapon.
I
homie.
know, I
Put
love
it down.
that
The
little
little-
hand movement.
Yeah. The way he rips the C4 off, always like the stickiness of it always makes me laugh. I don't
This
know
is
why.
my biggest
funny.
problem with the entire script. Why didn't Ubis order him to smite them all once he hands it over? I guess because Anubis was assuming that they'd all be wiped out in the next few minutes when he executed
Anyway,
his plans.
That typical
It's the
growl.
only thing that I can think
arrogance.
of. That's right, yeah.
Listen to that.
But give Harak
Don't
the
know why
win.
I like it.
It is funny.
So this
I
is
like
really
the
on
awkward
purpose.
silence
This
of ripping it
pulling
off
back
and
and
handing
forth
it.
here. That
Yeah.
Rick wouldn't let it go, and,
Yes.
and Michael's like, "Give me the damn thing."
I'm trying
That
to do the
actually
scene,
happened.
I
man.
love
That's
it.
right.
I'm assuming his like rapport with RDA was one of the reasons why he came back
Yeah.
so
Oh,
many
they're so good.
times.
So good.
Yeah.
You know what? Having chemistry with RDA is like such a treat, and it doesn't always happen with everybody. And
I
it's-
always do
Yeah.
that line, "Spake me, Rosie."
yeah.
Spank me, Rosie.
And you know, the Anubis Jaffa, they never used their swords. There was never a moment where they used their swords to cut someone down.
Yes.
Now you just see
Wasted
them
opportunity.
parading them around, and that's
Yep.
it.
Well, I love how he's like holding it like all it's missing is the silver serving dome.
That's what I get the cloche. Yeah.
In the cloche.
What a cool visual effect on his face.
Honestly,
They don't
Anubis
use it
is
often,
awesome. Nope.
but when they do, like when he's like, I'm assuming like he's sticking his shield a little bit further forward in
Yes.
interest, so you can see it rather than having him hit all the way back in his hood.
Yep.
And he just inserted the outer ring into his Jaffa pocket.
I love
there.
that. Just a free pocket. You know what? It's like cleavage, like a woman's bra.
Right.
You know, sometimes you've got to stuff stuff in there. So
So this was designed conceptually to be kind of a flower. So kind of a
It
flower.
looks
I can
like a
see
flower.
in the sides,
Yeah.
David, of the ship where the
You
other
see?
hot tubs
Yeah,
would have
the
fit.
3 slots
I've
where that
never
side
noticed that.
would have
That
done.
is
Thank you
cool.
for
That's
that.
right.
Are you my man?
Your time is up.
God,
So
I
think,
honestly love him.
Anubis's mothership destroys, I think it's 12 Hatuk vessels, which
Yeah, I
I
feel bad for
believe
you.
brings the total Hatuk count since Stargate Command's inception to like 33 or something.
Yeah. And you somehow makes it out of there.
Apparently, yeah. He's
I'm sure he
indestructible, that
Pieced
guy.
out. Do you think actually what he's doing is he sent all those ships and he's actually hiding like round the corner somewhere behind the planet? ready to peace out.
Maybe.
He
Yeah,
may be sending
maybe.
a long-range communication, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
He could
Twilight
send them
barking across
himself.
the galaxy.
Jonas just made a comment about, something about hearing the battle, raging.
Right?
But
Oh, yeah,
the
it's
thing
so
is, like,
ridi-
sound
right.
can't travel in space,
Nope,
dude. So
nope.
unless
Only in
he's
science
hearing, like,
fiction.
the ship's getting, like, toasty in the atmosphere.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is
As parts of them are falling into orbit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think, yeah. By the way, I made a Twilight bark joke about them Twilight barking across the galaxy. That's Bill. He says that in
he does.
in Atlantis, and then nobody gets it, and he's like, it's like Lord of the Rings, and then where they're all lighting the different, and it's that where that's how they send the long range messages.
Here we go.
From gate to gate. Awesome. Let's do it. This is one of the coolest scenes in the whole
entire show.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
tiny, tiny balls of power. We'll later find out in Reckoning Part 2 that Omar pulls Daniel
Pulls
away
him
from this
back.
confrontation.
Yeah.
Same
with
thing happens to
Anubis,
Morgan Le Fay later.
saving
Yeah.
him from the others.
He's trying to kick his
And-
ass, and he's not allowed to do it.
The way Anubis knew, the way Anubis was like, he can't do anything.
They're leaving awfully fast, Don't you want to let the city know what's happened to the guys? And this is the other part of it that's just for the audience and not for what's actually happening in the show. He would not admit to not.
That's what I was thinking.
making
Yeah,
I was
that
gonna say so.
happened himself. He would not.
Yeah, so Reddit fans pointed the same thing out. Like, he shows sort of a different kind of confidence. Like, he's not really bragging. He's just sort of
Being
quietly powerful.
completely
and, like,
honest.
it makes you wonder if, like, this honesty is like strategic manipulation or something else entirely. Also,
Wow, look at
pyramid
this.
scene.
This was real, wasn't it?
It's augmented.
Yeah.
So
the pyramid, yes. The sand, no.
No, obviously.
Yes. Yeah, so Martin would use innovative techniques with layered sand and special panels instead of typical detonator cord to create those explosions. And
Very
the
cool.
VFX supervisor, Craig Vanderbigliere, I love his surname, revealed on Dial the Gate that his team gave this moment special attention, knowing its significance to the franchise.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And they even built extra time into their schedule to perfect it.
Wow.
Which resulted in a $150,000 shot that would properly honor Abados's final moment.
$150,000? Did he tell me that?
I believe. No, he didn't. But I think he actually kind of insinuated that it wasn't a huge amount of money that was spent on it.
Where'd
in
you
that
get the
day.
number?
I found it online somewhere, but
Okay.
again, I don't know how accurate it is.
Okay.
Also, I believe that Martin Wood is like a technician in this control room at some point, but I really found it hard to figure out which one he was unless he's kind of like blurry in the background.
Okay. It's not
Just
gonna
thinking about
work.
Anubis's comment earlier and about not of his doing. It's one of the reasons why I like Anubis so much, because I did always think that's a bit silly, because Gould arrogance, they would always claim that everything is their doing. However, there is something quite interesting because Anubis is so powerful, he doesn't need to make up crap.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to sit there and take
Because he is about to take
responsibility.
responsibility for the second jab that he's about to
Exactly.
initiate. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
He's so
Well, I
powerful, he
just
doesn't
think
need
it
to do what
kind
the
of-
other Gould do.
It almost it just helps to set him further apart from the other Goa'ulds. So you really sit up and pay attention. You're like, this guy's different. What's his deal?
Yeah,
That tablet's made of foam.
I could see that.
Oh,
Very
really?
heavy,
They did a
durable
good
foam.
job.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I'd
Did
love
it
to own
survive?
it. Yeah, someone's got it. I'm not sure who it is, though,
that's
but I hate them.
cool.
Yeah, by I can see that, I don't mean that I think it's a bad job, but that you can, like, I can tell that, like, out of everything they would have used, it's definitely like a foam that they chipped away and then painted.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
No,
very
I
well
like
done.
it. I think they did a good job.
Yeah, they did a great job.
So I was going to say before that the mass ascension of the Aberdonians sort of really shows the full scope of Oma's power.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Can't
she
believe they
can
let her do
evaluate.
that.
Yeah, she
Well, we've
can
seen Ancients
elevate
do
an
it.
entire
In
That many?
season two of Atlantis. Yeah, we with Shepard's cloister. Yeah.
So, yeah, she can elevate like an entire civilization despite being punished
Yeah.
for ascending Anubis. So it sparked quite a lot of debate among fans. While some saw it as like a fitting end for Earth's first alien allies, other people felt that it made Ascension seem a bit too easy,
That's
which
true.
we kind of touched on at the start. And I think it's sort of fascinating that she's like powerful enough to ascend a whole planet, yet she's sort of forced to watch Anubis's destruction unfold.
They allow her to continue to do quote unquote her work as penance for allowing Anubis to become what he became. So, and everything is back to normal. Everything is fixed.
This is so it's so
is that
powerful.
supplies over there on the right?
Is this like the
There's
supplies?
supplies on the
Supplies.
right.
Yeah. Well, Abydos was left with a series of supplies.
I was
We
gonna
were
say,
led to
Oh,
we were led to the impression that they
their
maintained
previous
regular
supplies.
contact to take
Right.
care of them in the event of something happening.
Also, tire tracks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mastage. Mastage.
Hey, Alan's in here.
Carts.
Alan's here.
Hello,
he says
Alan.
Martin was in the background as well that says locked.
Okay, very good.
Alan, we appreciate
okay.
you, Stargate
Aw,
Daddy-o.
thanks, Alan. Miss you, buddy.
Miss you.
Everyone looks okay.
Oh, Jonas playing with the kid a little bit. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like this, his tummy's just out. Like nice crop top, Alexis. Looking good.
Yeah, I can't pull off a crop top, so
No, neither can I.
I really
he's
can't.
doing a good job.
And by no, that I was talking about myself there, not you, Evie. I don't know about you with crop tops.
No, I didn't.
His
I didn't take
personality
it as
is
that.
muted. He's kind of like at peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like kind of lost the franticness that he had at the start of the episode.
Everyone's
I'm
dead.
sad he'll never get married.
Mm.
I know he doesn't need to. He's ascended. They'll live on in their own way.
Okay,
getting
so
chills.
here is my theory. So
Okay.
the destruction of Abydos is obviously devastating to watch, even knowing that Omar ascended everyone. But I can't help, and I'm sure you guys are in the same boat, just really feeling sad for Skara.
Yeah.
Though maybe he and his betrothed can still tie the knot as ascended beings. And
Yeah.
Omar's diner would make quite the reception venue.
Yeah, but I
All
don't
that
know if you
syrup
can
pancakes, love it.
swap fluid when you're pure energy. I'm just saying. So.
No.
Look, you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way, and I'm sure they'll find a
suppose.
way.
Yes.
Why hanky when there's going to be no panky? So anyway, this is a great shot down and back up.
This is fantastic. Yeah.
I
So
love it
cool.
too. Yeah, it's perfect.
The amount of power to have to be able to keep Abydos there and the gate there ready for them to go back.
Yep.
Like,
It's just another indication that it's their technology.
yeah.
You know? They know what they're doing, and that is a miniature. So
Oh, that makes sense because
Yeah.
it doesn't look quite right.
nope.
So,
Yeah.
Reddit discussions about the ancients' non-interference rules were particularly heated online, with fans debating the apparent hypocrisy of their stance and their complex moral framework. And a lot of fans particularly noted the ironic arc of this episode, like a mission to keep the Eye of Ra from Anubis ended up with him acquiring it anyway.
I love
Yeah.
Joel's bells at the end of
Yeah,
that
it was nice.
episode. Just the
Yeah.
ringing of that. Sorry, Evie, but I wanted to call
No,
Joel
no.
out. I love how he ends episodes.
Jacob said, so did they actually go through the gate? To
Yeah.
what degree are they seeing things in their heads, ascended beings, immaterial? But what about ascended planets? Yeah, no, I think that they did go through. I'm sure that the ascended beings are powerful enough to establish a wormhole and keep everything
Yeah.
up and running for 5 minutes. So, yeah.
I suspect it's real.
Yeah, I think that episode really what a fantastic end to season 6. It has been a real struggle. We started off so good, we had so much middling crap, and now we're back on it again. So thank God.
In some respects, it's an ending to the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Full circle, everyone. Thanks for watching with us.